Hey gang, I am outside. I am starting on my yard. As you guys can see here, it already looks a hot mess. I am actually putting down edging. I bought edging for my garden bed, like around my house, because there is decorative grass there that is getting kind of swallowed up by the regular yard grass. And I wanted to separate the two, and I wanted to make it possible for them to be able to mow without tearing up the grass, because the gentleman, that lived 2 doors down from me, he would take the weed eater to it and he would hack it back, even though, I mean, you can look at it and tell that it's decorative grass and it's not supposed to be cut. But I'll show you guys what I'm doing here. Okay, so here is the bed and here is the new edging. It is made out of rubber, 100% recycled rubber, and it's got these little pegs that you peg it down with. There was some old landscaping edge that's like a piece of just a little bubble there, and you just knock it down with a hammer, and I couldn't get it loose, so I'm just opting to put it on top, because, you know, I'm not going to sit here and fight with that to try to get it out. If I do, I'll end up hurting myself more than likely. This is the decorative grass, and you guys can see it goes pretty much all the way around. Now, on that end down there, it is super thick and super bushy and looks really good. And then it gets further down here and it starts to slack up. It's real damaged, it's real jacked up, and then it gets even shorter. Speaking of, there's Romeo doing his supervisory duty, being his cute self. And then it gets down further to the end down there, and it goes right off the rails, and then there's just a tiny little bit at the very corner right there. So that's what I'm trying to fix. I want to have this decorative grass come back in, you know, help it fill back out, because it is pretty on the end down there where it's filled in a little bit better. I mean, it's super duper nice looking. I mean, it's super duper pretty. And I think it would be great to have it like that all the way around. So I'm going to have to do some doctoring. What are you doing, Romies? What are you doing? He says I'm being cute. I've also made the executive decision that I'm going to be doing something about this grass. As you can see, a fair amount of my grass, there's a lot of damn weeds. So what I think I want to do is I want to get some centipede grass and come out here and lay some centipede pretty early. I'll probably do that at the beginning of this week coming, and hose everything down real good, and hopefully within a couple of months the centipede will take over all of this, because as you can see, it's kind of died off from the winter, and most of what you see that's green is all weeds. So the centipede will kind of cut down on the weed issue for the most part, I believe. I got to do some research, yeah. And you know, centipede won't grow nearly as long. This stuff gets super long, super quick. You got to cut it pretty regularly. And although I don't mind mowing the yard myself in the summer months when it gets super duper hot, I don't know if I'll be able to deal with coming out here and pushing the mower in, you know, 90+ degree heat, you know. So that's what I got. Go back to the Romeo cameo. Hi, handsome boy. What are you doing? Hi, you were so sweet. All right, you got to go back to supervising. I got some more work to do. So, oh, my hair looking cray-cray. Went to Home Depot, walked around, saw some stuff that I liked, priced my boxwoods for the front yard, looked for a bird of paradise all over the place, even asked somebody, they don't have them. So I went to Lowe's and did some walking around, priced the boxwoods there, and then did some walking around, and I found some stuff that I like. So I will definitely be going back there. The more specific ones, like the heliotrope and one or two of the others, I'm gonna have to probably go to an actual nursery, or I'll have to order them. So that's what I got. But let me show you guys my bird of paradise. I'm so happy about it. Okay, so it was only 16 bucks. Oop, don't mind the floorboard. Sorry about that, y'all. And it's about 4 feet tall. I put it in the car. I didn't want to stick it in the back of the truck and have it get wind whipped. But it's already got little babies. It's already got little babies branching off. I am so happy. I'm so happy, y'all. I'm gonna try to see if I can get this baby in the ground tomorrow, while I'm just hanging around, because I don't really have anything going on for tomorrow other than going to class tomorrow afternoon. So I got some other stuff that I've got to finish. That plastic, original plastic like edging that was down, it's in the way, so that I can't carry that lip edger all the way across to where it meets to the edge of the yard. So I'm gonna have to get out there and figure out some kind of way to get the last section of that up, because it's hanging too far out for me to put the edging on top of it, and it's not far down enough in that I can just put stuff on top of it either. So I'm gonna have to figure out a kind of way to cut it or something, or I'm gonna try to take the shovel while I'm out there putting this plant in and try to see if I can't pry enough of it up that I can like cut it off so that it's kind of there, you know what I mean? So I'm happy. It's a start. This is one thing that I'm not really gonna have to worry about waiting on the tiller for. So good news. Other thing too is I found a bunch of super cute plants. Only problem is they're a bunch of annuals, and them babies is gonna die off, and then I'll have to plant them again next year. So I don't know. I'll figure it out. Because I am cleaning, I am not doing no cooking tonight. I have ordered some food. I caved and ordered a pizza, which I haven't done in forever. So I'm fixing to go pick that up, and I'm gonna head back to the house. So I'll check in with y'all later. Alrighty, and my shed is done now. It's super short because, like, I can see you guys are at eyeball level with me. I can see over the top of it. But I am super duper happy because now I got somewhere to put my lawnmower and my soon to be weed eater. Okay, I'm at it's a sloped roof, so at one end it is obviously very tall, and the other one not so much. As you can see, there's a little alcove at the end, and all that was in it was my air conditioner and basically just a leaf collector. Okay, so this is the box with my dragon fruit tree in it. It looks very tiny. I have ripped open. Okay, here we are. Here's the box with my dragon fruit tree in it. I have ripped open the thing, and I haven't opened it yet, so we can take a look at it together. Let's see how this thing looks. Okay, so I had to get into the packaging and everything, but here is what I came out with. I've got to take a look at my order receipt again, and find out exactly what this was supposed to be in comparison to what I actually ordered, because I mean, it is the labeling on it is correct and everything, but I do believe that I ordered a gallon size, and this is not a gallon. As you guys can see, I mean, it's not much bigger than my hand. The plant itself, I mean, this is not even something that's been rooted. I mean, this looks like a cutting that was replanted is what it looks like. As you can see with the transport, it's leaning. I'm gonna have to they've got it tied to this little post here, I guess, to keep it from falling over. But I mean, I guess with transport or whatever, it doesn't really matter what they do to it, because I mean, as you can see, it's really loose in the pot and all. It's very dry. It doesn't look like they tried to water it before they shipped it, which is really kind of weird, because the reading that I've been doing shows that dragon fruits prefer a lot of water, despite them being a sort of kind of cacti breed. It looks as though this little piece right here is broken. But I'm going to take a look at everything else that came in the box with it, because there's like growing instructions and stupid stuff like that. But see this right here, this is the thing right here that makes me believe that it's from a cutting, that they've took a cutting and then just rerouted a cutting. I'm going to have some conversation with the company, because, you know, I don't think this is quite what they should have sent me, you know. Hi everybody. So I wanted to apologize for kind of falling off a little bit lately. There has been so much going on. Well, not really, but a lot, you know, all at the same time. So things have not been quite going the way that I planned. I'm still going to school. Started the new job at the ALF. I went in on Wednesday and did a 8-hour day shift with a lady who is 74 years old, who throughout the entire course of this 8-hour shift was like, oh my God, it's so busy. Oh my God, it's so busy. Oh my God, it's so busy. And I was sitting there looking at everything going, it's really not. But, you know, I understand, you know, probably due to her age, it is a lot for her to maintain, you know, so I just kind of rolled with it. And even at one point she actually said, oh my God, you're probably bored out of your mind. But I was like, no, it's fine. But in reality, in my mind, I was going like, yeah, this is boring as fuck. Because there was really nothing for me to do, you know. My boss, the DON at one point, actually was there too. And she was like, you know what, it dawned on me that we haven't scheduled you for an evening shift to orient you evenings. So if you can come in Friday, we'll knock that out and you'll be able to come in on your regular weekend. And I had to remind her. I was like, hey, look, if you'll remember when we interviewed and everything, I told you I needed 2 weekends because I was pre-booked with agency, and that's really, really hard to get out of those shifts. And she was like, okay, well, I understand. I get it. And she was like, even though that is weird that they don't let you cancel, I was like, well, it's complicated. I don't really schedule through agency anymore because I had some trouble with that. So I book directly with the facilities themselves, and then all that happens through the agency directly is payment, you know, turning paperwork in and getting paycheck from them. So she was like, oh no, it's fine, it's cool, we'll work around it, no problem. And yesterday I woke up to a text message from her saying, hey, are you coming in tonight? And I was just like, no. I'm like, if you'll remember, I told you I had to work this weekend. She was like, oh, okay, well then don't worry about it. You know, it just dawned on me. We scheduled that for Monday anyway. I didn't realize it right away. And I was like, wait a minute, what about Monday? And she was like, yeah, to work your evening shift. I was like, I don't remember us agreeing to Monday. I'm like, I have class on Monday and Wednesday evenings. I'm like, I never would book an evening shift on a day when I had class, because I would have to leave in the middle of shift, go to class, and then come back. And she was like, well, but that's what you said. I was like, I think we may have had a miscommunication. You know, I was down to work 6 to 2 Tuesday and Wednesday. I was like, I was actually asking about Tuesday, making Tuesday an evening shift. And she was like, oh, okay, well, if you can't do it, you know, I understand, but you did say ... And that's basically all she left it at. And I ain't gonna take no lie, I got angry for a minute, you know. I was like, Heifer, you've been listening to me talking to you about the fact that I have class on Monday and Wednesday since the interview 2 weeks ago. And it's like, I feel like you're not listening to me at all. And it's almost kind of like boundary pushing a little bit. Like I'm supposed to rearrange my entire life around the fact that she's still new and she's sorting through all this stuff, which, you know, I understand. She's still new. She's still trying to figure stuff out. But, you know, at the bare minimum, taking into consideration that there were already things that were laid in stone in relation to scheduling before you shift things around and whatever, would be, you know, basic common courtesy, I would think. But I'm sort of taking it as growing pains, you know, of being at a new place.
and the fact that she doesn't know me and all that stuff. Because I mean, if I say I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there. And I sent her a message back where I said, I said that was probably my fault. I was really asking more about making the Tuesday shift an evening shift, since I had two more 6 to 2 shifts there. I said I'm sorry if that created any confusion, and I haven't heard anything back from her since then. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but I'm gonna go in Tuesday afternoon. I'm going to knock out this evening shift, and I'm going to continue on with life as it were, because, I had a job when I came to them. I'll have a job when and if I leave them. It's not that huge of an ordeal for me. It would not hurt me in the slightest if, anything didn't work out, so it's just kind of what it is, But I mean, realistically, I would hope that she would be able to recognize from me getting in there and actually doing the work and everything that I do a good job, and that I'm worth having, and that hopefully she would learn to be a little understanding and flexible during this initial period of adjustment. But I guess we'll see. Um, but the whole circumstance has kind of hemmed me up a little bit, because she scheduled me for a 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. shift on Wednesday, on a class day, when I told her that I had class in the evenings. And I came home, changed clothes, sat down on the couch, and proceeded to pass out, because not only am I getting up at 4 a.m. to go into work these shifts, which I'm not used to doing, add to it, I haven't really been sleeping all that well the last week. I mean, like the day that I went in for this shift, I only slept like 2 hours. So I sat down to put my shoes on, and I was done for. I literally slept straight through class. I slept straight through the live that I had scheduled with Hannibal after class, which I know some of you guys know about, because I popped up in the chat and was like, I'm so sorry, because I woke up and I didn't even realize how long I had been asleep for. And, I hung around in the chat with Hannibal for a little bit, and then I turned around and went right back to bed again, because I was exhausted. I don't know exactly what is going on with me, but that's been kind of ongoing now. Sorry, y'all. It has been ongoing now for a little bit, and it's just a lot. And even on the days when I don't have to go to work and I have more than ample time to sleep, I'm not sleeping nearly as well as I usually do. So if this doesn't pass, I'm going to have to go see the doctor, and add to it, I'm sick again. So yay me. I mean, it could all be correlative, but if it doesn't pass, then I'm going to have to go see somebody and have some lab work and everything done, because I don't know what the heck is going on with me. But it's just, wow, it's just, I mean, really ridiculous. I'm trying to think of what else. I did not get nearly as much as I wanted done. I mean, you guys saw the little bit of stuff that I did accomplish. I didn't get to put the Bird of Paradise in like I wanted, because it's been raining on and off, and I don't know what things are going to look like this week coming, because it's supposed to rain for like the next 6 days. So, I don't know. I'm just kind of playing it by ear, you know what I mean? And it's just one of those things. I'm just kind of taking it as it comes and trying to do as best I can given the circumstances, and just figuring things out. But I didn't want you guys to feel like I had just kind of fell off and kind of gave up, because I didn't. I just haven't had a lot of energy. I mean, I just really haven't. And I don't know exactly whether or not you guys would want me to come on here and just talk, because, I imagine in my mind that I probably bore everybody to death when I just come on here to talk about just whatever, unless we have something specific that we're covering. And I don't want to do that to anybody, I mean, it's one thing if I do it in a video like this where I'm like updating you on the happenings, but just coming on here just to talk, just seems kind of, It just seems kind of uninteresting, you know, and that's coming from me, and I'm the one doing the talking. But that's what I've got. That's what's going on. I've got to get off of here. I've got to do some laundry, which I'm not looking forward to. Um, I've got to find some meds because of this snotty, sneezy, functified situation, because I actually have a ticket to go to a place here locally to see Saliva, which I bought like a month ago. And I don't want to be walking around the whole night with, you know, snorting and sneezing and all that stuff. So I've got to get that managed so that I can actually have a halfway decent night. But that's where I'm at. That's what I got. That's what's going on. So now you guys know what's happening. I hope all of you guys are well. I hope you guys are soldiering through it like a bunch of champs. I hope all is cool with y'all. Y'all let me know what's up with you. We'll check in soon though. Talk to you soon. Bye y'all.